What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Rio Jussy.
I'm Peter Parkour, and we are the Distorted Theorists.
Peter, I didn't even know this trailer dropped. Not gonna lie, we've been too busy with our old D&D stuff, and then watching the new Vox Machina season is out now. We got caught up in the hoopla, but guess what? D&D trailer 2. We've been waiting on this Dungeons and Dragons.
Is this trailer 2 or trailer 3?
No, it's trailer 2. Oh yeah, we got the D&D swag on. But
I have a blue hoodie on.
Yeah. Percival De Rolo. What's his full name? I feel like you know off the cuff.
His full name is Percival, insert name here,
DeRolo. But yeah, I mean, the Chris Pine-led Dungeons and Dragons is actually, I don't think it's that far out right now.
It's March 23rd or something like
that.
that.
So
we got Chris Pine, we got Michelle Rodriguez, we got Justin.
Oh, yeah, right.
Justice.
Justice.
Hugh Grant, and I don't know the other two.
See, the thing is I'm interested about this movie is I want to see, I mean, the movie is called Dungeons and Dragons. It got the symbol of like D&D Beyond and all that stuff. So I'm wondering how much, like, are we actually going to hear spells from D&D cast?
Tons.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you think they're actually going to go, like, you know what I mean, and say the name of it?
You think he's going to do Expecto Patronum?
Yeah.
He's going to be like Bane. Like, you're going to see.
You think so?
Yes.
Or do you think, that's what I'm saying, or are we going to just see visuals that you're going to be like, oh, that's Divine Smite, or oh, that's Bane, or oh, that's Polymorph?
Yeah, you're not going to see them going, I cast Bane. Like, you'll probably see them. There's certain ones that have a verbal component to it.
Fair.
We know that much. We're probably going to see like a Dominate Beast. We're going to see a Bane. We've got to.
I'm also interested
detect
with
thoughts.
Oh, that'd be easy.
Wild Shape. We've actually already seen Wild Shape. In the trailers.
I want to know, like, with the certain damages like necrotic and psychic, and like, how are they going to portray all that as well?
I
like,
think it'll
I don't
be
know.
Through,
it's just
like,
so much
particle effects or whatever. You're going to see inspiration. Like, you're going to see something's going to happen with Chris Pine, and he's going to be like, and then in the next scene, someone's just going to be like pull off something crazy, like, and the person that he didn't touch is going to go like, like, knocked out or whatever. It's like,
well, that's the thing. Like, are we going to see some nat 1s and nat 20s in this movie? Like, figuratively, of course. Not to tell you. I think it would be like, I know they didn't do it this way, but I think it would be cool if they did something like that, where like the story is and it cuts out, and it's like some dude being like, and then I roll 4, like, and then it rolls to 1, and it's just like, oh, and then Carl's like, and just gets squished.
Like
just a comedy mode. Well, I mean, having said that, I mean, the movie is very comedic from what we can tell. And I mean, what else would you expect with the Chris Pine-led film?
Is he a funny guy? Yeah.
Well, he can be.
Funny
I mean, he can also be serious as well. We know we're going to see some dragons. Obviously, that was in the last trailer. Remember that big, was it a red or black one came down through the middle? I think it was blowing fire, so it had to be red.
It was a dragon.
Yeah.
There was an owlbear. There was
a... the treasure, oh my God, the treasure, mimic. It's a mimic, yeah. That came out, so...
There better be a beholder.
You think so?
Oh,
it is a staple of the D&D world. But, you know what? There's only one way to find out if we are going to see one, and that is by
Roll for initiative!
That is watching the trailer for Dungeons and Dragons, a Thieves... Come on, the subtitle.
Tale?
A Thieves... It's something about these. All right, guys, if you could hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. As always, we do appreciate it. Let's get into the trailer right now. Let's get it.
Oh, is that Justice guy?
Honor Among Thieves. That's what it was.
On your knees.
Oh, that's Michelle.
Okay, chop it off.
Chop it off. Let's do it.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, we got him now!
So she's a barbarian?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what?
No.
I'm thinking they're probably sharper stairs somewhere else.
I think this might actually hit with the comedy.
We're thieves, but we help the wrong person steal the wrong thing and unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known.
Vecna?
Oh, good.
Is that Vecna?
The Red Wizards created an army of the undead.
I don't think it's Vecna.
Sounds lovely.
Quite the opposite.
I know, I was being ironic.
I find irony is a blade that cuts he who wields it most especially.
You're not a lot of fun, are you? How are we gonna pull this off?
We're gonna need a team.
Oh.
You need cooling.
Follow me to the orifice.
Back to school.
The orifice?
That kind of looks like Forbidden West.
I'll go
the
lost.
red stuff.
Let's go.
Light.
Ooh, that looks like a magical weapon. Fireball. Oh.
She missed.
Oh,
That's not a God of War. Is that an immovable
This
rod?
This looks dope.
Sick of failing. We could die.
There's worse things than dying.
Oh, the gelatinous cube.
Yo. Oh, here's the mimic. Here's the mimic. Here's the owlbear. We have
I lost
Thieves.
everything that ever mattered to me. And if we quit now, that's for nothing.
I don't want to see you die, which is why I'm going to leave the room.
Bro.
This ends now.
Look at this. Oh, that's cool.
Big boy.
The bridge is protected by an ancient trap. We must not trigger the mechanism.
There's your nat 1.
I may have triggered the mechanism. So, sorry.
Oh, they don't actually. It's just
Still
March
on days.
2023. So, man, I don't care what anybody says. That
does-
movie looks like it's going to be a boatload of fun.
Look like a lot of fun. I gotta be devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
The fact that they're calling it subtitle,
Yeah.
leads me to believe that there's a potential for a franchise to come out of this.
Yeah.
Which means that the rest of the franchise depends on how well this movie does. And there hasn't been anything like
yeah.
it before, you know what I mean? So it's like, well,
It could be hit or miss.
right. And it's Sony, it's Paramount. Not to say that they have bad stuff,
But
but the big things that are franchises lately, I don't know. This is the right time for a Dungeons and Dragons thing to
it
come out.
really is. I think what you're saying is, are these the right studios to be handling such a movie?
And yeah, and even then, it's not that they're not. It's just like I look at what Sony did with Spider-Man. They don't know how to handle Spider-Man.
Fair enough. Good example. Good example.
So when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, now maybe this is an independent studio that's working underneath it that is like
Yeah.
full on like Vox Machina, or not
Yeah.
Vox Machina, but you know, like Geek and Sundry. This is the
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that's
yeah.
behind it. Instead of being like, yeah, I'm a bean counter that knows how Dungeons and Dragons works because I played it 40 years
And
ago.
I mean, anybody who's following any kind of media right now, we all know the Wizard of the Coast fiasco that's going on.
Which it's done. It's over.
Like they nixed it.
They nixed it. The OGL is gone. Until I think 5.3 comes out, in which case there's something else that is protected. But it's not going to be anything major, and if anything it does, obviously we know it's going
But
to
if it was, where would this fit in? Like, do these guys have the blessing, or was this just like?
It would already been in the works.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean,
Well, what do you mean? Like, you
Like-
mean like Chris
like-
Pine's not going to get paid because
no.
Wizard of the Coast
But
is
like,
giving him
whoever's
money?
making this movie would Wizard of the Coast have like a leg to stand on to come after him for making
think-
this movie?
I think there would be a lot of lawyers if they were like, by the way, the OGL is in effect, so
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't know if that would affect it, because I mean that would really put this movie on hiatus if something like that did occur. But guess what? It's Nick's now, and we also know that our friends over at Critical Role are safe, I guess, for
the time
the
being.
time being.
time being.
But man, they had some people pissed off.
oh.
But also, speaking of Critical
I
Role,
almost canceled my free membership to T&T Beyond there.
I love using that character sheet. But also, guys, speaking of Critical Role and D&D, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, make sure you head over to Amazon Prime and check out Vox Machina Season 2. I know we're loving it. Man, just...
Which we know there's going to be a season 3, and the Mighty Nein is coming to Amazon Prime.
Man, that just gives me the goosies, because I'm in...
Because I know nothing about the Mighty Nein.
I know, but I just...
a little bit.
I mean, but the thing is, seeing movies like this, seeing Vox Machina, seeing the Mighty Nein get renewed, seeing Vox Machina get renewed, seeing Vox Machina get renewed, seeing the Mighty Nein being greenlit, one would hope maybe Campaign 3 gets greenlit. It just shows and contests to the power of tabletop role-playing right now.
And it's, I was thinking about this the other day too, like I know we're not even talking about Dungeons & Dragons, the movie anymore, we're talking about Vox
fine.
Machina, but in Critical Role, but I was like, well, now that they started to do Mighty Nein, does that mean that then they'll do Bell's Hells?
Right.
Because if they're doing 3 seasons of Vox Machina, and they do 3 seasons of or at least 2,
Yeah.
then they'll be finished this campaign and start
By
on
the time.
campaign 4. They could still do Exandria Unlimited. They could still do the one-shots of anything that they've delved into too. So they're creating this little media empire. So, but each one could be like a campaign behind.
And if anyone else is following as well, one thing I think would translate amazingly to TV would be if they televised that Calamity, that one-shot, 4-episode one-shot they did. I think you could really do like almost like a movie of that if
Like an
Critical
hour and a
Role.
half.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could.
But the hard part about that is, and again, we're getting really off topic
Oh,
here.
that's fine.
Is
Stick around, we're getting off
like
topic.
Vox Machina worked really well because it was like funny and goofy and like because it had Scanlan and Grog
Right,
and everything
right,
like that.
right.
Mighty Nein is
Dark.
not that dark. And then you get Chetney and Fern in
So we get that
campaign
light
3.
side again.
But Mighty Nein, like I mean I know they have their lighthearted moments and everything like that, but
My God.
Jesus, like Ford,
Listen, part of me is still hoping that somehow someone from Critical Role shows up in this movie. I don't care if it's Ashley Johnson or Sam Riegel. Someone just got to show up because, I mean,
I want
anyone
to see
who's
Matt
anyone.
Mercer as an NPC that gets killed because he plays so many NPCs that get killed.
That would be. I would literally do the reacting face in the theater for that one.
You'd be the shock Pikachu?
Yeah, pretty much. But guys, it's a great time to be a nerd. I mean, whoever would have thought? A couple 30-year-olds playing D&D.
I told you!
You said I would never get married!
I failed upon you!
Guys, thank you so much for joining us for our reaction and discussion of Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, subtitle. We always appreciate it. As always, if you enjoy the content and you want to help support a growing channel, if you could hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, we always appreciate it. And with that, I am the real Jussy.
I'm Peter Parkour, and like we always say around here,
Keep it real.